Willkommen zurück zu The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Tatsächlich, diesmal gab es keinen Text zu Beginn, wenn ich das Spiel starte. Verrückt. Im letzten Part haben wir das gute Ending gefunden, wie Stanley entkommt aus seiner Firma. Zwar weiß er nicht, wo alle Leute hin sind, aber...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Vermutlich werden wir uns schon dem neuen Content zu widmen, der Ultra Deluxe Version entstammt.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Aber ein paar Optionen haben wir noch. Ein paar Sachen möchte ich noch versuchen. Und
yet there was not a single person here either.
Die Wahrscheinlichkeit, dass sie noch etwas triggern, was wir noch nicht gesehen haben,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Werden wir jetzt wieder im Schnelldurchlauf weitergeschickt? Oder wie sieht's aus?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Das ist witzig, weil beim letzten Part hat er das schon mal geskippt und das andere Mal haben wir ihm das eingegeben, bevor er uns das gesagt hat und so weiter. Aber diesmal ist wieder alles zurückgesetzt.
By simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Was versteckt der Chef bloß?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wir haben das Ending bereits gesehen, wenn man den Aufzug immer wieder hoch und runter fährt, und das war ziemlich cool.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Da sind wir gestorben, da konnten wir auch nichts dran drehen. Wir sind dann runtergefallen, sind in das verdammte Museum gekommen, was ziemlich weird war. Aber nichtsdestotrotz, es ändert nichts. Ich weiß nicht, ob das Museum auch schon Ultra Deluxe Inhalt war. Dessen bin ich mir nicht ganz im Klaren. Aber ich versuche jetzt hier nochmal etwas anderes.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Immer dran. Hier geht's weiter. Das haben wir im letzten Part gesehen, ja, aber ein Unterschied.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
Jetzt bestimmt
nothing.
auch krasse Easter Eggs, oder? Da sind wir, 427. Unser Büro.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Insofern witzig, weil wir ihm blind folgen in dieser Linie. Doch nur bis hier.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wir haben die Einrichtungen ausgestellt und sind damit entkommen. Diesmal machen wir sie an.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that?
Ich drücke die Schalter in der richtigen Reihenfolge,
A moment of
Leute.
solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Was?
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Der macht sich doch nur einen
What's the
Spaß
matter,
draus.
Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen,
Yeah.
clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Das ist schön
to
für dich.
see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to
Geht das
destroy
überhaupt?
it
Das geht
first,
scheinbar nicht, ne?
So you can't. take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Lass mich raten. Mein Büro. Ich bin gut.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ich habe zwei Möglichkeiten. Diese Tür. Aber gibt es noch irgendetwas anderes zu tun bei diesem... Ich probiere noch was, ja. Ich probiere noch was.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Und jetzt gehe ich hier
Stanley
rein.
walked through... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you
Das führt
see
immer
that I
dann dahin.
really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Das haben wir alle schon gesehen, ne?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment... No, wait. Where are you going?
Gut, das hatten wir ja schon mal.
Oh, no.
Das hatten wir schon mal. Dann lade ich jetzt erstmal selbst neu. So Leute, ich habe ein bisschen gesucht, aber bin wieder auf Endings gekommen, die ich bereits gesehen habe. Irgendwann habe ich dann geschaut, ob ich wirklich alle bereits gesehenen Endings habe. Und die Antwort lautet, was glaubst du denn? Noch längst nicht. Und deswegen...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter
Telefon
how
hier kann
hard Stanley looked,
klingeln.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Und eine gewisse Tür kann manchmal auf sein. Also so ganz wilde Sachen können ab und zu passieren. Aber jetzt probiere ich Folgendes. Passt mal auf.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ich werde jetzt erstmal zum Bossraum gehen.
Yet
Ja.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So, und jetzt muss ich mal genau lesen, wie man das triggern soll. Das Escape Pod Ending. Quickly enter and leave the boss's office, making sure the doors are closed. Welche Tür? Nicht diese. Das war gemein. Hier waren wir auch schon einmal. Waren die hier vorne gemeint? Wie soll man das denn triggern?
Stepping in.
Jetzt ist hier wieder auf. Aber er sagt nichts. Ich kann alles wieder zurückgehen? Seit wann? Dann machen wir das doch. Das Game geglitscht. Jetzt hier auf. Ist das gruselig? Was ist das denn? Das glaube ich nicht, dass es sowas gibt. Das glaube ich nicht. Also, eigentlich sollte ich ja nicht mehr überrascht werden, aber ich werde jedes Mal wieder überrascht. Das ist diese andere Seite, die ich schon mal erwähnt hatte. Aber was jetzt? Aber es passiert nichts mehr. Hier stimmt doch was nicht. ...758. ...759. Dass er nicht da ist, verwirrt mich am allermeisten. Das macht mich fertig. Escape. Escape! Escape. Was?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Das ist so wild. Ich finde das krass. Das konnte ich selbst nicht erahnen, nee. Aber zum Glück halte ich mich ja jetzt ja an Anweisungen. Und ein weiteres Ending ist das sogenannte Heaven Ending. Aktiviere Input dem Computer. Das war alles. Okay. Ich lese weiter. Then restart the game. Go to 423 Input. Das ist für die ganz Wilden, oder?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Verstehe. Verstehe. Wieder restarten. Ich lese nur. Sonst würde ich mich ja tot suchen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Vor dem Boss Office, Leute.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Also in diesem Vorraum, ja.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Vier, drei, vier. A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Anderer Text. Oh oh, the end is never the end. Sie fangen an, es zu merken. Okay. Und jetzt Stanleys Computer. Willkommen, Stanley, im Himmel. Die Stimme push the buttons. Ich push the buttons. Ganz kurz gucken. Da passiert nicht noch mehr. Das war's. Push the buttons. Ach, die gehen auch wieder an, ne? Von selbst. Und es sind 427 Buttons. Stark! Ja. Irre. Gut, ich muss mal lesen, was es noch für Endings gibt. Bottom of the Mind Control Room Ending. So, ich habe ein weiteres Ending bereits erreicht. Hier im Gedankenkontrollzentrum. Ihr kennt das. Ihr wisst, wo sich das befindet. Ich dachte, ich laufe da mal schnell hin, ne, um euch den Weg zu ersparen. Das ist insofern witzig. Im originalen Stanley Parable war das ein Softlock. Und hier haben sie den Softlock zu einem Ending gemacht. Pass mal auf.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Man kann auf den Stuhl klettern. Von dem Stuhl auf den Tisch. Und dann auf den Boden dieses Raumes.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track Good job you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Perfekt. Was Geileres, also das ist wirklich, ne, jetzt halt mich für bekloppt, das ist, finde ich, das geilste Ende bisher. Wisst ihr warum? Weil die haben einen Bug gehabt, denen ist es nicht aufgefallen und als sie dann für Ultra Deluxe sich dachten, jeder andere Entwickler hätte den Bug entfernt. Dass man da nicht hochklettern kann, eine unsichtbare Wand, dass man nicht runterfallen kann, irgendwas in der Art. Aber die Entwickler von Stanley Parable, die denken so. Die bauen das als Feature ein. Das ist so out of the box, ne? Die lassen das bewusst da. Du kannst es immer noch machen, du kannst es wieder machen. Good job. We did it. Was habe ich denn noch? Wir gucken mal ganz kurz nach. Und es gibt tatsächlich noch mehr Endings. Ich komme nicht drauf klar. Aber ob ich die triggern kann, ob ich das verstehe? Das wird sich jetzt erst
When
zeigen.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Machen wir das
meeting
etwas
room, and
einfach
Stanley knew
klingendere.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ich sehe schon.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, es gibt die Möglichkeit, auch hier.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Kann man nicht zurück? Nee.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Ich glaub dir nicht.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Gut. Dann hätten wir das. Und dann gibt's noch eine Sache. Wir schließen die Tür.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
So Leute, haltet euch fest, es gibt tatsächlich noch 3, 4 kleinere Endings, die ich auch noch zeigen will und werde, aber erstens mal wäre es das für heute gewesen und zweites Mal habe ich mich dazu entschlossen, im nächsten Part starten wir definitiv mit den neuen Inhalten. Wir gehen durch diese verdammte Tür, denn wir können das Wenn dann auch noch nachholen, aber das, was da noch fehlt, ist wirklich ein bisschen sehr crazy. Ich finde, heute haben wir in diesem Part sehr, sehr viel erreicht, sehr, sehr viel gezeigt. Da bedanke ich mich recht herzlich und der Wahnsinn geht weiter. In jedem Part wird es noch schlimmer und mal sehen, was hinter der Tür mit dem neuen Content auf uns wartet, denn davon weiß ich tatsächlich noch nichts. Okay, dann seid genauso gespannt wie ich auf den nächsten Part und bis dann und ciao!